A restless hush has settled over Camp Nou's corridors as Barcelona's dreams of securing Denzel Dumfries slip slowly through their grasp. It's as if the very air trembles with what-if us, each breath carrying the weight of a shot clock ticking down on a Euros 25 million release clause that expires in less than 48 hours. With the deadline looming like a storm on the horizon, whispers of a stalled ambition echo through the club's offices, fueled by a stubborn lack of player exits and a treasury pinched by recent signings. Could this be the moment when Barcelona watches a coveted target drift away, carried off by currents they failed to control? At the heart of the unravelling is a simple arithmetic. Pay Euros 25 million now or face a steeper Euros 40 million tag come August 1. Close your eyes and you can almost hear the registrar's gavel striking midnight, cue the price hike. Without freeing significant salary and registration room, Barcelona finds itself shackled. They cannot stretch to absorb the new figure, nor can they simply conjure up funds from thin air. It's a cruel juncture where timing and money collide, and time, as always, is the harshest taskmaster. Enter Jorge Menz, the agent whose voice often carries more weight than a packed stadium. Menz had whispered assurances into Barcelona's ear. Dumfries was keen, Inter Milan was primed to negotiate, and the right flank vacancy beckoned. Yet even an eloquent envoy cannot override balance sheets. The corridors, once alive with animated discussions about strength and speed, now fall silent, each tick of the clock a reminder that goodwill alone cannot sign a contract. Within the sporting department and under Hansi Flick's eagle-eye gaze, Dumfries was the ideal puzzle piece. Barcelona's new coach, envisioning a back five fortified by a pacey, power-driven right-wing back, had nodded his approval. Flick's blueprint called for a blend of defensive steel and explosive runs, qualities Dumfries possesses in spades. Imagine the stadium roar when he tears forward, the grass trembling under every thunderous step-over, only to launch into a raking cross. That dream remains vivid yet out of reach, but dreams require breathing room. Barcelona spent much of July hoarding reinforcements, new midfield metronomes, fresh attacking sparks, even seasoned defenders. Each signing clamped down on registration slots, leaving little wiggle room. The club's accounting books groan under the weight of wages and amortizations. To welcome one, another must leave. To add, one must depart. And so the strategy ground to a halt, caught in a quagmire of good intentions and bureaucratic inertia. Attempts to unburden the defence have faltered. Hector Fort, eyeing a fresh start elsewhere, has been placed on the market. Yet stalwarts like Ronald Araoy and Andreas Christensen have bristled at the idea of moving on, their loyalty to the Blaugrana crest keeping exits at bay. The result? A backline so congested that adding Dumfries feels like trying to park an extra car in an already packed garage. The frustration is palpable, doors that should open remain shut. Still, Dumfries' allure endures. In training ground sketches and tactical boards, he ticks every box. Raw strength to shrug off opposition, jet-propelled pace down the flank, and an aerial presence that turns set pieces into potential goals. You can almost see the replay, a glancing header looping over defenders, the crowd on its feet as net ripples catch the late afternoon sun. Barcelona's heartbeat quickens at the mere thought, yet the fiscal locks remain firm. This scenario, alas, feels all too familiar for Barca fans. One by one, promising names have drifted past Nou Camp without setting foot on its hallowed turf, trophies of a what could have been that clutter the annals of recent windows. Financial constraints have penned them in, forcing dreams onto a shelf while needs stack up in the boardroom. And so Dumfries joins the growing list of almost men, talents admired, desired but never obtained. Unless the coming weeks produce a miracle sale, an exit that injects fresh capital, Dumfries will remain an unfinished chapter in Barcelona's transfer saga. The final whistle on his potential move looms, and as the sun sets on July, fans can only speculate on what might have been. A dynamic Dutchman terrorising Premier League or La Liga flanks in Blaugrana stripes, the Camp Nou faithful roaring his name into the night. But for now, that remains a vision suspended in time, awaiting a twist of fate that may never arrive. Hooked by dashed hopes and unanswered questions, the story of Denzel Dumfries at Barcelona stands poised on the brink of either a surprise rescue or a resigned footnote, one that encapsulates the delicate dance between ambition and arithmetic at one of world football's grandest stages.